lower that way back down. Thank you so much. It is great to be here with this group, and I've already learned a couple things. So clearly education is already taking place, even though the doors aren't officially opened. That is that we should start every legislative meeting with the joke of the day. I think that it would change the attitude in the Capitol, and we would certainly lighten the mood just a little bit and maybe start things off the way that you all do here. What a great way to get the day started with the Pledge of Allegiance and a little bit of happiness. So I think we will adopt some of those practices. I'm also excited to learn that the official opening is August 13th. That's actually my birthday, and I cannot think of a better way to celebrate than watching and getting to see the smiles on the faces of the kids who will get to walk in and whose lives will be forever changed because of this place. So what an exciting day that will be on all fronts. And it is an honor to be back here for the ribbon cutting on your newest campus. I can't believe that it was less than a year ago that we were breaking ground on this project. If only we could get state government to move as fast as this project has. The speed at which you've been able to complete this new facility would never be possible if it was not for the amazing support from the Easterseals leadership, from the staff, the parents, the students, and of course all of our donors that are here that made it possible. And I want to thank each one of you for helping make it happen. I know that the parents in this crowd are especially excited. As a mom of Scarlett, Huck, and George, who are going into 8th, 6th, and 4th grade, we are very aware that as the final weeks of summer are coming to a close, while we've all enjoyed summer, I think we're all ready to drop our kids off in a couple of weeks. And I know that the parents here are just as excited as the rest of us. And this is actually the first time that there's been a governor with elementary-aged school kids since Bill Clinton was in office. I like to think that it keeps the governor's mansion just a bit more lively and certainly gives great perspective on some of the big priorities of our state. I love being able to be both a mom and governor. I think actually that the first title is the one that informs me most in my day-to-day life. It is made clear why education should and has been my top priority since taking over this office, in large part from my own personal experiences of sending my kids to school. When I was here for the groundbreaking last year, I had the opportunity to meet a young girl named Cheney. When she was born, her parents knew that they'd need a place with special resources for her to get the best education possible. So Cheney's parents actually picked up and moved to Little Rock for the sole purpose of enrolling her in kindergarten at Easterseals. It wasn't just about making sure that she had the right resources. It was about giving her a long-term plan for safety and stability so that she could actually thrive. That alone is an enormous burden on parents and families. And my administration and our team in the legislature want to do everything we can to help make that just a little bit easier. So when Easterseals first came to me, they had a wait list of more than 200 kids, and they were asking for $4.5 million to help with the expansion. The question I asked when they finished with the presentation was, would this help move every child off of the wait list? And they said, not quite. So I surprised my staff, who knows me as somebody who's always trying to cut spending, and I actually asked if we could do more. And we directed $6.5 million toward this project so that we could get every single kid off of the wait list and enrolled here at Easterseals to watch life-changing activity. But classroom capacity is just one part of the problem. The other is affordability. I heard about a family where the dad works in construction and the mom stays home to take care of their 2 kids. At their previous school, the 2 kids who both have autism were treated like they were at daycare, kept in a room all day, and barely taught anything. Their parents knew that they had to get them out of that school and into a specialized program, but finding the money to do that was next to impossible. Stories like that are exactly why we created Education Freedom Accounts. And I'm proud to say that Easterseals was one of the very first schools to sign up for the EFA program, and that this coming month, every single student at Easterseals will take part in the Education Freedom Accounts, and that's something we're extremely proud of. Not only will every student here at Easterseals get to take part in the program, we've now had nearly 50,000 families in the state of Arkansas who will participate in Education Freedom Accounts, making sure that every single kid in our state has access to the kind of education, not just that they need, but that they deserve. It's what transformational education reform looks like. And I'm proud to be leading a state who has made that a priority, because it's not just a good talking point, it's something that will actually transform lives and change our state. But I know none of this would happen and none of this would be possible today if it were not for the incredible staff, the parents, the teachers, the donors, and most importantly, the students who make Easterseals such a special place. As a governor, as a mom, and on behalf of the entire state of Arkansas, thank you for what you do. Thank you for making our state better, and thank you for changing the lives of these kids. God bless you.